Hello, my name is Mariia Pasichnyk. I'm the postgraduate student at National University, Zaporizhzhia Polytechnic. Today, I report the paper, Development of a Productive Credit Decision-Making System based on the ontology model. The primary aim of the paper is developing an intelligent system for credit decision support by the bank based on the ontology model in OL in the Protégé data, which will form a common knowledge base for credit decision making in the new environment. As you understand, there are a lot of changes that the COVID-19 pandemic made with us during last year, and the bank systems are not an exception. The US Federal Reserve and the European Central Bank have recommended the central banks and governments jointly provide additional support to promote economic stability. For 2021 year, the European Central Bank's banking supervision focuses on four priority areas that have been significantly affected by the current crisis. First of all, it is credit risk management, then strength of capital, sustainability of the business model, and management. The National Bank of Ukraine joined the process of strengthening regulation by adopting a new version of resolution number 64, taking into account the updated norms of European legalization and domestic practice of implementing a risk management systems by banks. To meet European Central Bank's requirements, the bank needs to develop a risk management information system. It is common for the development of information system to use ontological models, which allows to respond to changes in operating conditions, possible changes and additions to the ontological models of the object, analyze the consequences of decisions, and form a new a posteriori model to provide credit analytics at the level of debtors and liabilities portfolio, providing early warning signals about the credit quality of the debtor, as well as a wide range of credit analytics and scenario analysis for companies. So I say again that the main aim of this work was to develop an intelligent system for credit decision support by the bank based on the ontology model in the Protégé editor. During studying the related works, we find that some authors make a structure that aimed to represent and classify knowledge about the functional risk management using semantic web information technology. Some authors drew attention to the specific of credit risk management during a pandemic in financial institutions outside the banking system, in microfinances institutions in the developing countries. All conducted research and coordination and exchange of information of groups, emphasized that to date information and communication technologies have made less progress. Some authors presented a model for credit risk management in two aspects. The first concerned methods of reducing investment risk using standard methods of a commercial bank to assess customers. The second concerned the social, political, and investment components, and so on. But uh, all that we see that this review indicates that all existing credit risk management ontologies are in English. but banking documents in Ukraine are in Ukrainian languages. Thus, a separate problem is the adaptation to the bank documentation of the method of formalization of Ukrainian language content for the model of ontology and production system of fuzzy inference. The purpose of this article on building an ontology for the development of decision support system is provoked by reuse of an effect of pandemic on the global banking system and work which emphasizes the relationship and support between business and banks. 4 stages of knowledge-based development you can see on this slide, and in this work we perform stages 1 and stage 2. Stage 1 is about the structure of the ontology of risk management in bank, and more narrow structure as credit risk, meta-ontology, and risk management scheme. On this slide, you see structure of the ontology of risk management in bank. It consists of ontology of formalization of risk management, a set of decision-making ontologies, and superclass assessment. On next slide, we see scheme of this risk management. And this is structure of credit decision, meta-ontology of credit decision. It consists of ontology of risk, ontology of generating alternatives to possible risk management solutions, and ontology of the decision choice from set of possible decision alternatives on risk management. And the next slide is the scheme of credit risk management in the Ukrainian bank system. Here we see that this credit risk management consists of superclass situation and superclass formal tasks, which are related in formalization. Then we see that alternatives of possible solutions contain superclasses formal problem and superclass set of alternatives, which are relation with products, and ontology choice. Selection set from a set of alternatives contains of superclasses set of alternatives, solver, decision maker, risk assessment, and relationship analysis, solution selection, and testing. To provide feedback in decision making, we define the relationship adjustment between the superclasses, risk assessment, and formal tests. As we mentioned above, all language and Protégé ontology data helped us to build a conceptual model. Figure 3 show us the ontology of meta-ontology O developed using the tools of the Protégé editor. And the next figure 4, it is about ontograph of credit making decision in bank institutions of Ukraine. On this figure, we see subclasses reputation, decision, and business viability of class credit risk. The second stage that we made in this work is a fuzzy derivation system to build the decision support system of credit decision in banking institutions of Ukraine. This is the result of the second stage. It is a model which consists of subclasses: credit risk decision, business viability, and reputation. Conclusion of this paper: the scientific novelty is determined by the developed general base of knowledge of credit risk and credit decision-making of banking institutes of Ukraine, which are reflected in decision support system model of credit decision based on the approach to structure information contained in banking documents and the way to formalize data for fuzzy output. The development will allow processing a large volume of requested loans and their administration. Thank you for your attention.